Rahim. Hi Sheriff, Consul General, he's here, he's gone. Member of Parliament Abdul Khan, Shadow Minister, Member of Parliament Yasmin Qureshi, philanthropist, business leader Neil Masalat, great community leader, activist SAJJAD, councillors, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum. Come on, let's get a bit more energy here, guys. I know you had your starters, but Assalamu alaikum. Thank you. Thank you, Shinaz. And Shinaz is she's a great ambassador for not just women empowerment, but she's a great ambassador for my hometown, Burnley. So you need to pat yourself on the back for the journey you've taken and all the hard work and difficulty you've seen. So let's give her a round of applause. I'm going to tell you something, and this is a true story. When I entered Parliament, and in Parliament there's a really clear pattern there. Everyone's German MEPs have brothers and sons and fathers who are MEPs, and it runs in the family. So when I entered Parliament, I remember this Spanish MEP turned around and said to me, Khan? I said, yeah, Wajid Khan. Afzal Khan, are you his older brother? I must admit, I looked a bit rough and around the edges, and I looked a bit tired when I was going to Parliament. Both were self-spoken. But the Khan brand, somebody mentioned the Shahs, but the Khan brand is just as strong as the Shah brand. Don't want to have people fool you tonight. And the last thing he said to me, the next thing he said to me, the Spanish MEP said to me, I will give you one piece of advice. What is that? He said, never drink coffee during the day. Why is that? He says, because they keep you awake. Ladies and gentlemen, moving to the serious points. I mentioned something last night, and I'll say this to you now. Afzal Khan, mashallah, is a great role model. His journey is inspirational to many people here. And inshallah, I hope his journey will continue. But the Direct Qaid-e-Azam is a deep honor, and it's an honor with a huge amount of expectation. The weight is huge. But if anyone that can carry that weight, it's Afzal Khan. So there's lots of challenges. But let me also say a huge congratulations to Bilal, who is our host today, and Ghafoor Saab, for all the work you do. And Consul General said something in 2013, and Neil Masalat was the Businessman of the Year. Somebody was given us Direct Qaid-e-Azam. Bilal was the Businessman of the Year, and Afzal Khan was given us Direct Qaid-e-Azam. So I need somebody to become the Businessman of the Year next year, or Woman of the Year. I might get a Direct Qaid-e-Azam. It was always a pleasure to be amongst great colleagues, wonderful gathering, and I saw Syed Mahmood before. He's over there, Syed, I can see him. So yeah, and he's an example, as well as the High Sheriff, that British Pakistanis can excel in different sports, different arenas, different media, be it civil service, or be it business or politics. You are great role models, and we should cherish each one of you, and he's also from Lancashire as well. The serious message here, ladies and gentlemen, is that challenges are huge. When my mother and father, when they came in the 60s, the issues were different. It was about, we had a really good discussion about Pakistan, who was going to retire in Pakistan. And I still, to this moment, think I'll end up retiring in Pakistan as an academic, back to my real kind of roots. People came in the 60s, and nobody thought they'd stay in the UK. Some elder people sat here, you probably might vouch for that. Everybody came in the UK to earn some money. When time comes back, they'll go back to Pakistan. But nobody did in here. Only a few people. This is our home, ladies and gentlemen. This is our home, and it's quite right that we contribute to our home. We make a positive contribution, and we spread ourselves across different industries, business, and different sectors. But the challenges that brought me into politics in 2001 and further was BNP, 7 councillors in Burnley. That was a challenge for me to get into politics. That was a drive. As a young student, actually driving as a taxi driver to fund my masters, I wanted to come into politics to stand up to BNP. And I did feel at the time our elders were doing passport attestations, they were doing immigration forms, but we needed more of an involvement to ensure that we look eye in eye with, stand shoulder to shoulder and face and debate with BNP, racism and fascism. Alhamdulillah, we've now managed to get rid of BNP. There's no BNP councils in Burnley, and they're pretty much extinct. And in 2014, when I campaigned alongside Abdul Khan, we got rid of Nick Griffith in the European Parliament, and that deserves an applause. But the challenge isn't over. Only a few weeks ago, we had Punish Your Muslim Day. There are 50 countries at war with other countries or within the country. This is not the world we want to see as it stands at the moment. We want to see a prosperous, peaceful world where everybody can be given the opportunity and where the next generation does better than the current generation. I can't see that happening. But I'll tell you one thing, what I can see is a seismic shift in the way that British Pakistanis are becoming more accustomed, whether that's through politics, executive, whether that's through business, philanthropy. We are getting more engaged and we are contributing and playing our role. In the European Parliament, I say this to you with a heavy heart. One of the first tasks I had to do was to work on the Rohingya crisis. Alhamdulillah, I did manage to chair a resolution to be called in the European Parliament, which passed through with my colleague Hamid Bashir. We should share our workload. We did well to get two resolutions, hard hitting, not just soft words. But when I looked into this, I wanted to visit the Rohingya refugee camps. I went to Kutupalang on the border of Myanmar and Bangladesh. Wallahi, as a father, my heart sank. I saw young children who watched their mothers being raped, and when they were raped, the houses were set on fire, escaped with bullet wounds. This is 2018. This was genocide and ethnic cleansing. And the message here is, as we come towards a potential another conflict, be it Syria or be it in Yemen, we've got to be able to engage and realize that our voices are absolutely important. There's nothing like people power. Let me give you the latest example of people power. I was involved recently in the Alfie Evans case. You heard about the Alfie Evans case? I was speaking to the father a few days ago, and they were about to switch off the live sport machine. I'm not going to go into the debate whether that's the right thing or wrong thing to do, but people power went into all the hay and managed to stop that. And now there's another judicial review. So people can make a difference, you can make a difference through your lobbying, your contacting MPs. These issues, and I was inspired by SAJJAD and Anil Masud when I saw them. No, everything, you've got everything in life. You didn't need to do it. We went over and fed 600,000 people and going over again and again. I think this is a real strong message. No matter how comfortable we are, there are people around the world who are suffering. Be it in Kashmir, be it in Syria, be it in Nigeria, or be it in any country, Brazil. We have to be speaking for them people. And as I saw young children trying to go to school in Kutupalang, my heart sank. As an educationist, that's the worst thing you want to see. Because I believe upon the education of the people of the nation depends the fate of the nation. And somebody mentioned before, women empowerment will be a big issue for me. Because my mother is my biggest mentor, and she always will be, and she's my biggest inspiration. And one thing I did when I spoken to a student of mine, she was British, Pakistani, Pashtun background, and it was very difficult to get into education. And I had to speak to her husband to let her come to education. And I did that. And when she finished last year, she was on the graduation list, and I said to her, Fakhr Nisa, what will you do after your degree? What will you do with your degree? She said, Bajad brother, I'm just going to become a better mother. And that taught something to me. There's plenty more to come tonight. I want to finish here. I want to finish with the story of Nelson Mandela. And he taught us so much. But one thing he taught us was hope. And this is the message for everybody here tonight. No matter how difficult the situation is. When he was in prison, Robben Island, he was in prison for many years. And in the prison cell, you could have a few books they would give you to share, like the Bible in the time of Mandela. And you could have one more thing in his prison cell. what he chose to have in the prison cell was a picture by the famous British painter Frederick Watts it was. And the picture was called Hope. It's a big picture of a globe and a young girl who was in ragged clothes, hair was messy, looked very, very tired, and she was stood on top of the globe. And you look at the picture and you think, this is not hope. This is more of a picture of despair. But no, what you saw as the picture was, no matter how desperate the situation is, we must never lose hope. And that's what kept him going. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you can survive with not having food for 40 days. You can survive with not having water for 8 days. You can survive with not having breath for 8 minutes, air, 8 minutes. But you cannot survive without 1 second of hope. Let's keep hoping and praying for the people out there that we need to be a voice for. And inshallah, Allah bless you all, the fantastic crowd. You are the key inspiring people here. Let's all be role models to others and make this world a better place to find.